Welcome to the Real CP Show. I'm your host, CP. And today's topic, another Super Bowl 58, still no American black ownership's requirement. Again, in today's topic, another Super Bowl 58, still no American black ownership requirement. This is exactly what it looks like on this. The other people who know, especially from certain other personnel from certain ones within the Padang based culture, when they see this, it is such a blatant, outwardly disrespectfulness. It was saw something else. The Super Bowl being the premier type of sports showcasing every year within Americanism. Commercials costing multi millions of dollars. And again, crazy part, another Super Bowl 58 and still no American black ownership requirements. This is again one of those reasons within the modern day American blackism that the American blacks only have half a generation to one generation left before the overall complete destruction of the American black culture. I think it was something last year where whichever over 100 plus million viewership was that broke also records on viewership. And it is relayed that this year might even break even more records as far as viewership. And still another Super Bowl 58 and still no American black ownership requirement. Yes, this is what supremacists and numbers of other people are doing with it toward American Blackism within the country and some other places. Because this is such a blatantness of outright in the faces of numbers of American blacks, political numbers of black politicalness, numbers of black organizations, etc., the ones on certain levels who know this is ridiculous how it sounds, to sit there and not have out of 32 teams and not even a piece of ownership by American blacks. Where who again is the number one people on this professional high level football organization entity? Who is the number one players of physical labor or sports physical labor football? Who is the number one resource that uses that the certain personnel use to make quite a number, or quite a large amount of resources? Oh, it's probably Hispanics. Go somewhere with that. Oh, it's got to be some Asians. Go to hell with that tactic. That don't even sound right. Well, okay, fine. Well, it's got to be probably more um, Anglo people and stuff like that. It's got to be them. They got to be the number one physical labor in football and stuff like that. How does that sound? I thought it was dumb. Maybe you're right. Because that's how dumb it sounds. But see, supremacy is very brilliant because they know that unfortunately there is a non-small percentage of American blacks that don't even realize that American black is a modern day gets insulted each and every day. The number one utilized physical labor within that high level professional football, the utilization resource is the personnel that are used are American black males. Shh. The majority of the professional football players in that high level out of 30 and 32 teams, and not even two American black owners, there's no such thing as even two of them. Out of 32 teams, there's not even two. But the majority of the football players are American black. Oh my goodness. This is what supremacy does. They're like, those Negroes are silly. We have 32 teams. Oh, they have 32 teams. And the majority of that high level professional football leagueness and another Super Bowl 58, and there is still not even two, actually, not even one primary American black owner. No other culture would allow this to happen. If that high level professional football entity had the majority of Asians playing, or had the majority of Hispanics playing, you best believe there is going to be quite a number of Hispanics owners. You best believe if over a majority of the players in 32 teams were the majority Asians, you best believe you're going to have quite a number of Asian owners. But as usual, in this system supremacy, especially modern day, they utilize American black pain and the American black physical labor resource to sit there and make a gigantic amount of resources. And there's still not even a piece of enough within American black modern day that don't even see this game that's being played upon American blacks. And I just want to do a timepiece purpose on this, since this is being, again, another Super Bowl 58. 58 Super Bowls. And still not even 2 American black owners are not owners within this high level professional organization entity that has 32 teams and the majority of the players are American black. And there's not even 2, let alone not even 1, which will still be a magnificent, not in a good way, not even ha-ha moment. It will be such an extreme insult regardless. And here's the crazy part about it. You had more people that was talking about the thing with Ursha and Alicia Keys about, oh, well, Ursha, where it looks like he was kind of, rubbing up against Alicia Keys, and, oh man, how dare him, man? He's she's married, and why is he doing that? And then you had a certain section of American black women, the ones that know who they are. Oh man, that was just entertaining. I guess what I'm getting at, you had numbers of American black women that were saying, "Oh man, that was entertaining." Well, there's nothing to see there. Nothing to see there. That was entertaining. Whatever on that. And you had numbers of I'm sure having numbers of American black males, the one that's not sellout, not gullible. That's enough to say, wait that freak minute. Look at this. She's sitting there, Alicia Keys sitting there smiling. When Ursha put his hands around Alicia Keys' back and around the rump area, but especially at almost like the ending of the set, when he kind of put his hands around her from the back area, and she was just smiling. And you look at one of her hands, how it also was kind of holding on to Ursha's hand, and you had more people having a conversation about that. Be it was inappropriate or not inappropriate. Be it was that some numbers of American blacks and some other people made more out of it than it should have been. It wasn't no big darn thing. But they was like, well, what about Alicia Keys' husband? Well, we had to say, oh man, we'll care about what he said. He can't control her. It's like the thing with the Keke Palmer thing with Ursha, when Keke Palmer had her little outfit on showing her some buttocks, and she was a married woman. And she was, all grabbed up against Ursha. And you had numbers of American black women, the ones it applies to. Oh man, when people say, hey man, that's disrespecting her husband. Oh man, you had some numbers of American black women. Oh man, that's making stuff up. They're trying to control the black woman. Isn't it interesting that you don't sit there and see no Asian woman doing stuff like this? Isn't it interesting you don't see no Hispanic woman doing stuff like this? It's something that this system has worked off many numbers of within American black system, modern day. This system has messed up quite a number of American blacks. You had more people that was talking about that. What's the big thing about that set? It was planned like that, where they was kind of rubbing them against each other. And you had numbers of American black women sitting there making excuses and stuff like that for her behavior as well. And obviously, that some people say, hey man, Ursula was still, hey man, he's not married. Man, he shouldn't have been doing that. Right? Oh man, don't worry about that. But especially with Alicia Keys thing, you had numbers of American black women, some people, hey man, ain't no big thing. I mean, that was a regular set. But at the same time, you can't control, that black woman's body. She do what she want to do. But let that have been. Oh, but it was another guy. It was another kind of rapper that they were showing his guys in some other country, and he was sitting there behind this particular woman, this particular island, and dance. You know how certain carnival type dancing is, and you had numbers of American black women, the ones that prostitute, that was going off on him, saying, "Look at that! He's supposed to be in a relationship. Why is he all behind that old woman? Grinding up against her. What's wrong with him, man? Oh man." But when one who they think is a part of their sisterhood is sitting there, which can be construed as disrespectfulness toward her husband, and allowing Ursula to sit there and rub against her, oh man, y'all making too much stuff out of it. There was more conversation about that nonsense of should have been who cares, and then sitting there having an outrage to say, wait a minute, this Super Bowl 58, and a majority of the players on 32 teams are American black males. At any time when owners can trade those American black males overall, depending on what their age and agreement stuff, overall can trade them like they're enslaved type people on a plantation. And you don't have even enough American black folks to call this stuff out. They say this is ridiculous. Because I'm telling you, if there was even 20% of American black folks saying they're not going to sit there and buy any more tickets, as much as they would like to watch football, they're not going to buy no more certain type of high professional entity organizational tickets to these games until there is several American black owners and not no sellouts of gullible ones. That's just as worse. Then you best believe there will be quite a number of American black owners in some kind of way going on. So in this system supremacy, they like, we're not trying to hear none of that, because then when you're at that level of ownership, then then American black ownership, then you in that kind of super mix. But people personally who know they are on certain high levels, they talk among each other. They ain't trying to have no American black in their mix of conversation. And as I was sitting there looking and closing up, I was sitting there looking at some articles about how they were ranking the different type of NFL owners from basically kind of a worst to first, and just different things like this. And I'm sitting there just looking at the pictures. 32 owners, a couple of different women. And you hear some old slop freaking, old feminism, gender type of mumbo jumbo stuff. Oh, women. And you sitting there saying, that woman got that control ownership of that team because this person died. Oh, that particular woman, that was inherited too. Right? But they'll say, oh, women. But they don't say which women. Anglo women. And then you have a few. Anyway, out of 32 owners, you have some that would be considered people of color, wink, wink, and minority. That nonsensical generic terminology, which then dilutes down American blacks. And you got numbers of people in various parts of society doing just like this. But they say those Negroes don't even understand. They are becoming even more of a laughing stock. And it's an insult to one of the most powerful historical people in this country, the American black, that no other cultural background, term, lifestyle category, which is dang sure a latecomer, border breaking, illegal immigrant person who are definitely doing this at the same time, different topic. They're doing it as well. Because they saying, well, these Negroes don't understand. We sitting there coming over here breaking immigration laws and then doing pseudo border breaking immigration laws. Uh, and Harvard supremacists sitting there breaking off bread, money, should I say, giving them the bag or whatever the other different slang, sitting there giving all of these resources and help them out first. But at the same time, American blacks can't get no reparations. Different topic, but it's just all different types of insultingness that unfortunately quite a number of American blacks in this society have no clue will continue to keep happening. And again, in closing, it was such an insult. And some people know what I'm talking about. Very few, unfortunately, that see right through this stuff too. Another Super Bowl 58 and still no American black ownership requirements. So again, the American blacks only have half a generation to one generation left before the overall complete destruction of the overall collective American black culture.